Hi, welcome to the fourth week in the season of Eastertide and to the next installment of these video devotionals that are intended to be companions for the journey. Thanks for being a part of the conversation. I know, it doesn't really look like much right now, but hopefully that's in the process of changing. A couple of years ago, with the support of the Department of Natural Resources and the Fish and Wildlife Service, we began reestablishing these 3 acres with native prairie grasses and pollinator wildflowers. It involves a number of steps: securing the right mix of seeds, for which we took the counsel of various experts, including the local beekeeper who keeps hives on the property. And then there's mowing and burning, sowing the seeds, harrowing, eventually more mowing and more burning, and of course, time. Years, in fact. Which, of course, hints at the larger reality that list only accounts for the parts of the process that we can manage. The rest of it, rain, sunlight, seed germination, plant resilience, all that's out of our hands. So, what's the point? It doesn't even result in a crop you can sell or a harvest you can eat. And it's just grasses and flowers, right?
Well, to us maybe, but to honeybees and bumblebees and butterflies and who knows how many other species of pollinators and beetles, it will hopefully become a nourishing and flourishing habitat in a world more and more diminished of such resources. Comforting green pasture and a table spread in an environment increasingly hostile and inhospitable to such elements of creation that are essential to our own survival. And we ought to understand that. Our own habitats are increasingly hostile as well, with too few of the elements that actually nourish life, like green pastures, still waters, right paths, those along with nourishing food and good shepherds to lead us and navigate the way between enemies.
But those humble and grateful enough and willing to offer their hand have known just such a guide and counsel and sustaining shepherd in whom, regardless of the circumstances, we know no want, in the company of whom we can even walk through the darkest of valleys, followed by goodness and mercy all the days of our life.
And I suppose working to provide the same for some of our smaller neighbors just seems like one way we can return the favor.
So, how are you giving thanks and offering yourself into God's own lead? And how, in your own circumstances, might you even be extending that grace by offering yourself as a kind of shepherd in your own way? I'd love to hear from you with stories of your own discipleship. And as always, I hope to welcome you back here again next week.